Gary, a really disappointing result. What's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, disappointing result. I think disappointing performance from us. I think we've let ourselves down today after a couple of good performances coming into today's game. I'm not sure, speaking to players at the end there, just for some reason we froze a little bit for some reason today, and that was really disappointing. We didn't play with the same vigour as we have against better teams in the league. And so huge disappointment ultimately to lose.
Yeah, it was a really scrappy game and there was very few clear-cut chances, but it was just a moment of magic really from them to take theirs and score and take home the 3 points.
Yeah, it was a good finish. Poor defending from us at a throw-in, but that was the story of the game. We set up poorly, positionally, constantly, and that actually led to the goal. I think one of our players flicked the ball on and took a teammate out because the position wasn't right. Need to check it again, but that was my instinct at the time. And then, as can happen when you're, 1v1 in the box, player can shift and shoot. Jenny didn't have a chance, but there had been little or no attempts at goal in that second half. And the biggest disappointment, as I said, is we just didn't really get going today, and I can't, and that's hugely disappointing. We'd had plenty of preparation. We didn't make the chances that we had been making against the previous matches. So yeah, a real disappointment for us all, and a real kick up the backside.
Yeah, Hannah Coultley was obviously missing today in defence. Do you think that was a bit of a difference?
I'm not sure. Funnily enough, I think Rachel Ross moved across there and had a good game. I think our back three played fairly well. We didn't really give a lot of great. I think they defended well. I don't think they're particularly great, in terms of team, as across the team in terms of our possession. So I don't think it affected us too much. But she's a good player, so obviously if you miss somebody, but that's what the squad's for, and other players have got to come in and take chances. We made other changes and things like that, and hugely disappointed that we just kind of took a particular dip today in a really winnable game, and ultimately should be coming away with something from the match, even when we've played poorly in that second half. A bit of discipline from us we would have got as a draw from a poor performance, but ultimately, for some reason we can't seem to get that done and get that clean sheet. We've not had one all season, and it just takes that one moment.
Yeah, just lastly, Aberdeen up in 2 weeks' time, and you're willing to put things right in that game?
Yeah, it's frustrating. We've got to wait that amount of time, 2-3 weeks for that game. To put this right, and it's going to stew for a period of time on us, and unfortunately players will have to stew on it, we'll have to stew on it, and hopefully in the 2 weeks' time we'll see a different side, the side that played against Hibs here, the side that played against Spartans here, and really played aggressively, and today we were nowhere near that level, and the players are rightly disappointed in themselves and as a collective.
Thanks for your time, Gary.
Right, cheers.